Hey guys, so I just recorded the video where I actually combined a bunch of Excel files that were in this same folder into one big table that actually has or holds all the information uh, for my company data for basically last year. Now, let's say that instead of creating a query that invoke a function, I create the function within the actual query. So I don't have those things hanging around here. So it's just a query, and within that query, we're going to have the function. How can we actually do that? I'm going to go here where it says edit. I'm going to grab the function that I just created, which is just this one. And then I'm gonna reuse it, but instead of going on the final result, which is just this one, I'm gonna go on Power Query from folder, just select that that folder that we just used. So public example, just the one, and you're gonna go straight to the advanced editor. And in here, you're just gonna go here, it's just gonna be that. And then instead of ending this as first row as header, because this is basically the part of the function, and then it actually starts the uh, sorry, this here is the function. Anything above here is the function, and then the actual query that we just did, which is just invoking or sorry, getting information from the folder. So here I'm gonna define the function, which is basically this one, and it's gonna be doing this, and I want to do this. And then I'm gonna create this. And I'm missing something, which is, yeah. So instead of going directly from first row header, first row as header, which is basically the last line as remote headers, we're gonna say that in my function, which is just gonna be this one, we're gonna define that the last step or the result of that function is just gonna be this, which is called first row as header. Notice that I'm actually adding the comma here. And this is it. We just created the function within this query. So we can actually, let's rename it because I don't know, I don't want to actually use my function. Let's say my, or fx. Let's just do it as fx. And then fx here. And then fx here. So we can actually go through those steps again. I'm just gonna select this two and just say remove other columns. From here, I'm just gonna go again, do the duplicate columns. I'm gonna split this by delimiter. It's just gonna be the dot. And I'm gonna filter this because I just wanna, well, we can actually see what happens when you do that in a column that is not an XLS X. So a new column, adding a new column, it's just gonna be my function called fx, which is this one, and then it's gonna be the folder path and the name, and then the copy of name 1. You're gonna add that column, and it's gonna get, let's see, still thinking, yeah. So we get an error for the CSVs, and also let's actually just filter this out. This one didn't have the actual sheet name for test. It was just sheet 1. And since it didn't actually match, then it actually returned an error. So for this, we can actually just filter this out and just stick with this. And for this, I'm just gonna go straight forward, uh, remove this one as well, and this one as well, and just expand this. We don't want this, neither of those, and there it is. And this should be my new query. And then when you see the last uh, line is going to be expand column, which is just going to be this last uh, line in here. And that's what it actually does. We just created a new query that actually holds my function and my query. So we just click done. We can just dump this information into Excel, and here it is. And that is it. Thanks.